Alright, let's do an update on Chainlink. So in the last video for Chainlink, we basically outlined we were probably going to come down another 6% to the 618 here, and we outlined if we did not hold the 618, then we obviously wouldn't be in for a move like this. You can see that we've obviously fallen through the 618. We kind of predicted this like a little while ago, where we said if we didn't hold the 618, we would be coming down all the way down here. I mean, this is the next level that I see of any significance for Chainlink. So in my opinion, I believe that we're going to come all the way down here, and I'll show you where I get that target from in a second. But you can see that this, from where we measured here, let's get rid of that, this would be a 27% drop from where we are now. Unfortunately, we weren't even able to come up to the 618 and get rejected. We did say, obviously, if we do something like this, hit the top, we would roll over, but Chainlink is showing so much weakness right now. I'll come over to the BTC pair, but I'll show you where I get the $11 target from. First of all, the bottom of this target down here at 980 is linked to the 200-day moving average, so this is obviously going to change every now and then. I will have to adjust this up and down a little bit depending on what the moving average does. And you can also see the 1.618 is down here at 940, so in my opinion there is a lot of confluence between the 11 and 940 level. If we do zoom out, you can see that this big line here is the 786 of this huge macro move. So technically, if Chainlink is able to stay above the 786, it's somewhat bullish, but obviously once we lose the 618, it is technically not bullish in the short term. So if we aren't able to hold the 786 down here, which is my next target, like I said, around the $11 level, then we would be coming all the way down to probably 966, which from where we are now is a 38% move. So just quickly before we go over to the BTC pair, we are below this key resistance here that's been in place since the 8th of May. I don't know why I've got a big green bar up here. Let me put that red as resistance. So you can see that we've been in a steep downtrend for coming on to, what is that? I don't want to count the months, but it's a very long time. I mean, in a couple months time it will be a year, so it's probably like an 8 or 9 month downtrend. We can see that we're having multiple red daily candles coming in, so it doesn't look good. RSI pretty much double topped here, got rejected from the heartline and is now turning down. Lots of red selling volume stepping in on the daily. If we come over to the weekly, got very somewhat decent selling volume coming in. Definitely not good if you are a bull on this coin. And on the monthly, you can see that we haven't even been able to have a green candle in a while, and we are picking up a lot of red selling volume. We're turning down on the RSI. So in the mid to short term on this coin, I am very bearish on it. I do believe that this is probably one of the most bearish altcoins that I'm looking at. Not out of all of them, but just out of the ones that I cover on my channel. Now, if we do come over to the Link BTC pair, let's start on the daily. You can see that this thing has just been falling like a rock for a while. Let me scale this. You can see on the Link BTC pair since the 9th of January, we have been falling like an absolute rock. We have dropped approximately 45% against the Bitcoin pair. So I've been saying in my other altcoin videos that I just don't really think now is the time to accumulate altcoins. Most of these altcoins are bleeding out against Bitcoin. If we come over to the Bitcoin dominance is having a strong pump. RSI is turning up. So in my opinion, most altcoins look fairly bearish, and some of the ones that do have bullish setups, I do believe will have a pump followed by a quick dump. So one more thing to wrap up on this. So obviously the Link BTC pair looks bearish. The last time we mentioned this, we did say that we were probably going to drop 11% to the 1.618 here, and we've already dropped a significant amount. We've only got about 4.5% to go. So to wrap up this video, I know it's not really anything to do with crypto, but Bitcoin follows the stock market, and obviously Chainlink is an altcoin which mostly follows Bitcoin. Now, you could argue that Chainlink was a market outlier during the bear market. It was the only one that went up, but right now Chainlink isn't doing anything different to any of the other altcoins or Bitcoin. It's basically doing basically doing what most of the altcoins are doing, but it's bleeding out heavily against Bitcoin and bleeding out somewhat against the USD pair. So just quickly to finish with the SPY, if you don't know what the SPY is, it is the stock market ETF that tracks the movement of the SPX. You can see all of the stock markets are dropping like a rock today. So in my opinion, I've said this in the past few videos, I think Bitcoin will have a pump like this going into the Super Bowl, followed by a swift rejection potentially on Monday when the markets open. So if the SPY opens on Monday and it is bearish and it keeps dumping, then do bear in mind that Chainlink is probably going to absolutely fall off the table. Like I said, we've got our next target down here at 27%. I really don't see how we can chop this any other way. We are below the 618. I mean, you could argue if we hit the 14, then we might have a reversal, but in my opinion, with the Bitcoin dominance, with all of the things going on in the stock market in the world right now, I just don't see how any altcoins are really going to do well against Bitcoin in the short term. So yeah, that's all I'm seeing right now for Chainlink. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's all just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.